Hello boys, Cool Yoshi here, and welcome back to my playthrough of 100% playthrough of Super Mario 3D All-Stars, trying to complete 100% on all three games. We're currently in Super Mario 64 right now, trying to collect all the stars. We left off trying to progress through Tiny Huge Island, and for the start of this race, we're gonna do arguably one of the hardest things I've done in a while, the Koopa Foot Race. Number 2. This one is way more difficult, as the intended path you have to go is more difficult. It's very easy to fall off, and there's even a chance of death, which adds a lot of spice to it. Before we can do that, though, we have to first go into the huge part of Tiny Huge Island. From the top, of course, not from here, because I don't want to deal with that. And then quickly go into this spot. And then in Huge Island, we have to make our way to the left. And we will, I guess, go ahead and scout the area so we're able to see where to go. Alright. So we're going to use this mode as best we can, because that's probably the best way of doing it. But essentially what we have to do is go through this little hole area with the big balls coming out, and essentially have a ball not nail us when we come through, because we have to go all the way to the end. Otherwise, we just lose. And Koopa is really fast here, so you have to essentially move flawlessly, avoid all the is, and then do our stuff. And if you're not ready for it, you're gonna die. I'll start by killing that Goomba, and then we'll actually talk to him. Montai, no see. Wow, you've gotten fast. Have you been training on the sly, or is it the power of your stars? I've been feeling down about losing you last time. This is my home course. How about a rematch? So this is where he actually wants us to go. And the goal is in the Windswept Valley. Well, here we go. Time for Lawn Jumps, the video game, as that's by far our fastest way of beating him, so we're just gonna spam lawn jumps and hope for the best. And he gets fast really quickly, too. My least favorite part is this, when the wind just tries to push you off. And we actually beat him. As you can see, he was really quick there. No way, you beat me again, and I just spent my entire savings on these new Koopa Mach 1 spin shoes. Here, I guess I'll have to hand over this star to the winner of the race. Congrats, Sario. Good, because I deserve that. It was pretty tricky to get over here, you see. Alright. So now we've done that, we finally get to do the much more troubling and more annoying part of Tiny Huge Island, and that is the 100 coin mission. This area has coins everywhere, but the best way of getting them is to get the secrets hidden within the individual area, which essentially have us go through and find the secrets while also getting something else done. And then from there we can do some stuff. Ugh. The most annoying thing about this is, of course, the stupid fire going all over the place, trying to get you. For our first set of coins, we're going to take out the piranha plants again, but this time we're going to collect the coins they spawn as we kill them, which are, I think, 2 or 3 of them at a time. You won't be able to get all of them, and this will only get you up to 10 coins, though it is better than not being able to get them down. Since there are a lot of coins the other ways, we will have to get stuff elsewhere. So, actually, wait, no. We want to be in here, actually. But what we do want to do is head over to the secret area on the left. Avoid this fish by heading around to the left. And in here, we'll get to see where our secrets can actually begin. And this will allow me to introduce to you the most difficult part about this level, And that is the Goomba stopping for 5 coins. Goombas in this area only give you 5 coins instead of 1 when you defeat them, but you have to defeat them with a ground pound. If you do not defeat them with a ground pound, they will give you only 1 coin. If you miss too many of them, it is impossible to get the 100 coins after this. Thankfully, it's not that bad to set up, but missing even 1 could be rather annoying. And in addition to that, there's coins hidden all over the place again, such as the return of these pole coins, which you can get once again, and other random coins hidden throughout the area that can be rather tough. It doesn't help that the camera will often be uncooperative with the level. There are many ways you could just straight up die. And then, on top of it, now we have another new enemy to deal with. Lakitu was helping us out a little bit by being our camera, but now this one is not as friendly. So, that is an enemy you can kill, but it is very difficult to do so. You basically have to jump kick it in midair or land on it. Best way of doing this is to get a high jump off, ideally at a high spot, and then kill it. Killing it gives you a lot of coins, so that's part of the reason why we want to get so many coins from this. Otherwise, it could be really difficult to find some of the coins. Now, there are secrets you can pick up, but this is not even the beginning of how hard this level is. Once you get this done, it becomes even more annoying as there are other secrets you can get elsewhere. We are going to use this cell because we can use it to essentially do a skip to get all the way up to the top here. And, of course, I completely forgot that's not the correct spot to block, so just like that, I have to get all those coins again. This is another brutal one. Not necessarily for its beginning, though I still had a lot of problems. Okay. We're gonna get the piranha plants again. We weren't able to really do much here, so let's try and spawn them and get one extra coin from here to catch up, because we need more coins since we lost some from that. Alright. So we are gonna end up spawning a star this time. Please, get him. Yeah, classic. Game just gives me the worst possible luck. Not even a chance, just throws them off to the side. And that's what the RNG can do to you. At least we got some of the coins there. It's unsure if you actually need all the coins from that, but for sure you need almost all of the blue coins from the Goombas. If you don't get one of them, a blue coin out of them when you need it, it can be really difficult to recover, so yeah. Oh, that's fun. He just walked off completely. Okay, there he is. Looked like he walked off into the side or something, but looks like we was able to get him back. Now, I was trying to use that shell to get up to a higher spot, simply so I wouldn't have to do part of the level again. But that apparently did not work. So, now we're back here. We're gonna start by killing this guy, since he's the most annoying of the enemies in here. And then we'll get these 2 coins. Don't really need much extra lives. That's funny, he doesn't even dodge me, he just pushes me out of the way. Please. This guy can be rather tricky to get. Okay. The Vakitus are actually kind of important to kill. They offer 5 coins when you're killed, as you can see. Oh, jeez. Could I, like... Yeah, phase. Please actually kill him. Alright. I need to go around here before I can do stuff. Yep, see? Where do I even need to go? You know what? I may have screwed myself up there, by the way. You know what? I don't even want to deal with this. Fine. I'm just gonna remove the cell here and let it go. Get rid of the Shy Guy jerk first. I usually don't really kill the Shy Guys in this level much, simply because they're kind of annoying to get to. Please don't tell me, by the way, that I've missed a Goomba by doing that, because that would be annoying. Please! Do the thing! There you go. Could I read the sign? I actually want to read the sign. But the winds make a comfy ride again. Thank goodness. Goodness, that's there. So now we're going for the whole area backwards. This is literally the same area where we went to before. Oh my gosh! Okay, thankfully that didn't troll me too hard. Oh! Oh! Jeez. These balls are really annoying, you know. And now our Shy Guy, on top of all that, he's in a really bad spot. I'm not gonna kill him until I have more coins to spare. But I may come back for him later. Depends on what I can get going here. At minimum, you need to kill a lot of these big Goombas. I think like about 50%, or at least like 90% of them, if you want to get all the coins in this level. Otherwise, good luck getting anything. Okay, now if I wanted to, I could go back for him. Please! That's not what I wanted to do with him. But hey, I got the coins finally. So we should be set now, right? Okay, we should be nearly there now. Oh, by the way, I kind of lied. There is a way to get 100 coins without going into the area. It's just that the speedrun of this level is really annoying because of the way you have to do it. You have to get the coins from all the stuff by essentially getting all the secrets to get into the area with the red coins, and then you essentially do the red coin mission within to get the rest of the coins. Thankfully, because this level's so lenient, we can just collect the red coins we need for other means, but actually getting it to work is rather annoying, to say the least. But anyways, now that we've done that, we can finally move on to the actual 2-star that I'm about to get. The red coin mission inside this area, and it's the reason why I wanted to collect the 100 coin mission first. Because this is another very hard red coin mission. Wow, so many of these in a row. I'll say, it just becomes really annoying. So this are the 100 coin missions inside with Wiggler's cave area. It seems not that difficult. Main reason that it's so annoying is simply because of the risk you have to take going through it. If you miss a single jump, you're going into the pit, and because you are doing this with 100 coins, technically that means you've had to go all the way back to the end again. And this jump right here you see me try to take there, that is a very deceptive jump. It does not give you any warning that it's going to be there. And in my case, I wasn't actually able to go and do it again. So, you know what? Rather than dealing with that, I'll see if I can do a trick to maybe spawn that up. And while I wait, I'm just going to get the 5 itty bitty secrets now. So, the rest of this part, at least for this star, is one of the only stars in this area that takes place not in Huge Island, but actually the tiny part. And we have to go around essentially hitting 3 specific areas hidden throughout the game, and having Mario move right next to them to trigger them as secret locations. And these are essentially all of the holes you go into from either the left or right side, and all of the other secrets you get into. And once you get all of them, you get another star. It is not easy. While it is slightly faster and simpler to go through this, it is definitely still not easy to get this, as there are lots of trolley secret locations. And once you do finally complete all of it, you have to go all the way to that spot to get it again. Which you see, they just appeared. That star is quite a bit a ways away. We may as well prepare the cannon while we're at it. And I've never seen a fire troll worse than that. I've always hated those fire enemies, but now I just hate them even more. He literally made me plummet to my death for that. At least I got the cannon ready, but I don't want to deal with that anymore, so screw this. We're gonna do this fast and furious. I don't want to even deal with this at all. Alright. So let's try this again, only this time let's not get trolled by a flame. And that's not even me being like that. The flame straight up just hit me out of that. I'm gonna get the one on the lower end first. If I can stop falling down the side all the time. Jeez Louise. Good grief. Could I just get up here? Thank you. I want to deal with this one first because it's the most annoying of the secrets to do. And speaking of which, I've fallen off. Oh, oh man. That time we were able to save it, but holy crap. And that fire did still get me, so technically it's got... Oh, and then I just walk off like an idiot. All of that, and I walk like an idiot. And this is where the assault starts to come into play. Once you fail once, it's really hard to get yourself off of it, and you start tilting like this. This isn't even a difficult star to do the first half of. There's a way difficult part than this, and yet I'm falling off of this twice. So much that I've fallen off of this spot more than I've fallen off in the actual Tall Mountain, which I think I only fell off of there twice and only really died once. Like I said, I'm mostly calm and collected when it comes to this game. But, man. Okay, let's actually try and get my route to work this time. I don't even want to deal with this. I don't know why I'm going from that side when I could just go up here and do it instead. Alright. There we go. That noxious secret is out of the way. Let's slide down to get our third. Because, oh... And see, because of that, because of how long that took me the first time, I completely forgot where I was supposed to go. That's just this game in a nutshell. Now I'm definitely starting to tilt after that. Like, ever since I died at one time, I literally got all of the secrets. I had all of them ready, and I just died because the stupid fireball hit me off. This is what makes this game so difficult in the later stages. You just die like crazy. Ugh. And of course I fell off again. I hate when I go for this area. In fact, pretty much any fire that I have to deal with is very annoying. Okay, I have a new name for this land. This is not Tiny Huge Island. This is Land of Fire Trolls, because literally the fire trolled me, owned me, and literally knocked me off the cliff the first time I did this. And then immediately after that, I have not been able to get any recovery whatsoever. It's just so annoying. And that's not even the hard part of it. The hard part is still coming up. We get all the secrets, and then we have to go all the way to the end. But the fire just straight up trolls me. You know what? Screw you. I'm gonna make the fire dells. Just to be rude to you. And then immediately get out of there so we don't have to deal with it. Sheesh. All I wanted to do was talk to a bomb, and it just said nope and sent me straight to my death. So that's what this game likes to do. Alright, well now we finally done that, we finally get to go into this spot, which I'm gonna do in Mario Cam, I don't care really. I kinda lied. It's not that difficult. There is a more difficult strat though, where you could just jump from the top and just make it on there really cool. I believe they call it the Kobe trick, because that essentially means you just go for it and land on it without having to do that. It's a pretty cool way to do that spot. Beyond that, though, there's nothing really else to do with. Okay, so because I don't want to go into it from the top, we're going to get back up to the top of the huge island first. If I can actually get this to work. It's not necessarily difficult to do, I'm just failing a lot because it's been a while. Alright, we get into here. And now we get to try and make our way to that thing again. Now, if you are able to get up there, it is another strategy to get up there if you can't quite make it there, which obviously I won't even come close. But I think that's where the cannon might come into play. Don't know why I just wasted that shell, though, but it is what it is. Ugh. And I wasn't kidding when I said that secret isn't necessarily the difficult part. It's getting up there that's really annoying. At least this cannon provides a nice shortcut up to here, so I don't have to worry about going back to the top again every time. Alright. Now we get another chance at that jump that we missed again. Had we actually gotten that jump correctly, we would have been able to go over to the end. And that's why I said that I don't like this red coin mission. Every jump but that one is easy. That jump is just so annoying. It's very tedious, and if you miss it, you just have to go back to the beginning again. And there's obviously the one before it as well. Now, the reason why I wanted to do that later is because I wanted to see now if I can actually just go straight back in. Nope! Just like I thought. Wow. So it is just as trolly as I expected. That mission is much more annoying than the mission I did before, in case you didn't already notice. Which is part of the reason why I hate this level so much, is simply because of that. The other stars are not quite as difficult, but that red coin mission, no, that is really difficult. And from the looks of it, it is a no mercy kind of rule. So if you fail that jump, yeah, you have to go back up there and do the entire thing over again from the beginning. Ugh. So once again, we have one of the hardest red coin missions in the game, which is not fun. Ugh. The only difficult thing with getting the shell... I don't know what... That was really a glut. I was really sick, by the way. I almost got up there without even having to deal with that. Great. I don't even know where I'm going now. Get me over here so I can ram this wall. And get back into this. So I can get up there the intended way. As you might have guessed, every time you fail this red coin mission, you have to go through this entire thing again. You have to go all the way back up here and go back up to the pole again. Just to get back up to where you died to get another shot. So, yeah. That's why I said the itty bitty secrets one is technically one of the easier ones. It shouldn't be that difficult. I just happened to be so bad at it that I died more times than I was liking to. Ugh. Of course, now that I can't get up there, of course I'm failing my cannon shocks like bad. Because it's not me unless I fail more. And as you might have guessed, I am probably starting to tilt now. Just like I mentioned, once you fail a star more than once, it starts becoming... You start failing it like multiple times into a row, so... I keep on going too high. That's the problem. I keep on trying to get up to the top, but I keep on missing it. It's like... This is my third missed can shot in a row. Could I just get this, please? Ugh. And not high enough this time. At least that lawn jump got me back to there a little bit quicker than last time. But still, I'm failing a lot. Just like I mentioned, I don't want to cut any of this out. So, you're seeing all these fails happen live. And man, this is a bad one. Finally got the shot I wanted. Now we have to do that whole stupid wiggler part again with the red coins again. Man, it would help if we can actually at least just get to the bad jump so we can deal with it right now. Because holy crap, I hate this mission so much. This is kind of a late jump. Alright, looks like we have to jumble jump for this. That's what I assume. Or I can even do a triple jump. You know what? I'll just do a triple. It's not necessarily, probably. And, ugh, you gotta be kidding me. On top of that, they had to put that guy in there again. The fire? Are you kidding me? And I just realized I can't get up to the top there. Fine, I know how to get through this. Let's do this first. Bonk into here, and I think we could just do a wall kick, right? Right? Yeah, okay. That's good. Because getting to that normally, you have to climb on the fence normally. That's the way the game intends you to get there. But again, you could just do a wall kick and that will work too. Thank goodness that's there. There we go. We finally did the Wiggler's red coin star. It's probably the worst star in there by far. Super annoying and super difficult to do properly. I just absolutely hate it. Well, now that we've finally done that, we get to move into a slightly more easier, slightly jelly, but not really difficult Snowman's Land level. Not quite as annoying as the last one, but still definitely annoying, to say the least. There it is, right here. So in here, we get to a mirror of some sorts. We enter the mirror through this painting in the left, and we head into a secret painting that takes us to Snowman's Land. This level is much less harder compared to the levels we had to do before that. Before we do this, we're actually going to go for one of the simpler ones, the Icicle Maze Star. This is a little bit deceptive, in case you are wondering. Because this maze can be very difficult to do, but Essentially, you have to find a way to get to the top, which, from what I did, seemed to be the simplest way. You get down, and then you immediately get that star, and it's pretty easy. So, I figured may as well get that star out of the way and move on. Alright, and now we move on to one of the trollier stars in the game, the Snowman's Head Star. This is one of the trollier stars. It doesn't necessarily say it's a star by any means, but it is not anyways. This is probably one of the harder stars in here. And almost all the stars are really difficult, between getting the coins really effectively and having to deal with a lot of the enemies. It's just super annoying. Ugh. And this is not fun either, since you have to use these enemies normally if you want to get up there to get one of the other stars. If I can get here, I'm gonna make sure that I talk to the Bomb if he's up here. Alright. Getting this star out of the way so we don't have to deal with it. So I kinda lied about doing that. But, not gonna lie, this level is really difficult. Not a good way to skip much except for using the cannon, which is probably our best bet, so before we do anything more, we should probably try and find that bomb and talk to him so we can get the cannon open up. And there you can see this level's game mechanic. Coins suddenly turning invisible and running away from you. Those are called the frog coins. Those are an enemy that disguise themselves as a coin, then turn into one enemy and then run away from you. They could be rather annoying when it comes to trying to get the coins properly. And there are two types of water here that make stuff annoying. There's the regular water, which just damages you since it's cold. And the second version of water, which you see under here, that's the lava of this level, essentially. If you go in there, you will not just lose a lot of time or get all the other stuff done. You will literally take damage as if it was lava. So if you take damage 3 times too quickly, you'll die. So it is not a fun level to do. Getting up the level the intended way is not easy either, since you have to go up several pathways just to get up to this top spot, and then when you finally do get up to the top, we get to deal with the snowman himself. So this snowman, we're trying to go up top. Hey, who's there? Who's crying on me? Is it an ant, a snow flea? Whatever it is, it's bugging me. I think I'll blow it away. The only way to get up top of here, effectively, is to essentially go behind this snowman penguin thing, which you have to wait until the penguin gets into a specific area, since he walks in a particular pattern, and then essentially follow him like this, in a very specific pattern. And he'll randomly stop, and the most annoying thing about this is the movement of Mario in this. If you are unable to get stuff off, you just slide. That's probably the worst part of that, is doing the slide part. There are quite a couple of ways to skip this though, which is where I'm going to try and go for, which is also why I'm looking for the bomb. I don't really remember where he is though. In fact, actually now I think of it, to get him, you actually need to get him via a secret first, so with that in mind, we're gonna actually skip the snowman part the second time around and just go for an igloo instead. Getting to the igloo is not quite as difficult as getting up there, but it's still pretty annoying, so to get the igloo, at least the intended way, is pretty difficult. You have to wait for one of these enemies to come over. You jump off your head to get all the way to the bottom, and then you grab this cell and you want to take it over to the left right about here and get all the way to the top without getting rammed. If you do, you'll essentially lose. If you get all the way up to the top here though, and then Get yourself out. You can simply slide into this igloo and collect the stuff over here. This is where the bomb is located and also a secret star. We're gonna get him in the secret star first, then go for the slad star, and then go for everything else. And there you can see him finally in place. That's why I was so confused. Also, I kind of just stuck in between the sides there, like it didn't matter. There we go, now the cannon's finally prepared, but now we have to actually get the coin required to leave this place. So, for that, we're going to have to go for the maze until we find a invisible cap item. Speaking of which, there it is. We have to jump over there. There's quite a few ways of doing it. This enemy will work, or in this failure case, either a side flip or a back flip will do the job as well, or even a triple jump if you want to do that. This is the simpler of the two ones to get. Get the invisible cap, run all the way to this spot right here, and bam! You get the star. That easy. Alright. Now with the cannon open, we could potentially go for the snowman again. Now, there is technically a way to skip the snowman, which is what I'm actually going to be doing. Is how I actually recommend getting the star. And this skip can be done in two ways, either landing on the star directly or landing to the left of him. There are two different ways of doing this. Regardless, though, it is very difficult, even more as so compared to the actual other stuff. The goal is to land on the center part of him without landing on either of the slopes, because if you land on those, you'll go all the way back down. And as you can see, we're able to skip all of that. The intended way of doing that is, in case you didn't already know, is pretty slow. A penguin essentially moves around, and you have to move with the penguin. The particular annoying thing is that he goes really fast in some of the spots, and there's also a sliding effect coming into play. That alone is what makes it so difficult. And while we're here, we'll go ahead and get the bully star out of the way next, and then from here we'll go into the 100 coin mission here. The 100 coin mission is once again pretty difficult, so do not expect it to be easy. It is definitely difficult. So the way you get to the bully is, well, several ways to get to him. The simplest way I already missed is to go up to the top ramp over here and ride it all the way up to the top here, and you can use that to get up to the bully. And then it is essentially like the rain from before, only this time the bully is much more trolly, and obviously there is ice that damages you. Ugh. Out of all the fights, this is probably one of the worst fights, and you can see I died trying to get the coin, which is a classic trap in here. You think that it's a coin, and only to have it turn into a stupid frog coin instead and just die. As you might have guessed, that's even harder than the regular bully, by a mile. Like, forget the original bully that we talked about before, that was already annoying enough. The chill bully is way more annoying. I hate you so much, I'm gonna kill this frog. Because that's how much I hate him. So, just so he doesn't get in the way this time when we try and get back to the coins. It didn't help that the camera, of all things, was being super annoying to me. So, you know what? We're gonna do this. There we go. That's more like it. Ugh. So annoying that we could not defeat him on the first try there, but it is what it is. Alright. And now time for the toughest mission in the game, which I may make use of death abuse if I don't get this collect, because it is rather difficult to get all of these coins. So the most difficult part about this level is the length of what you actually have to do to complete it. You see that shell thing that we did before? We have to do it before, but now we have to get a bunch of red coins and land in the igloo all in the same cycle. If we mess any of this up, we have to go back to the beginning again. This also includes messing up this icy section too, which can happen. If you lose both of these enemies, you essentially have to reset the level and try again. And you'll often get spots where you'll get the bounce off the enemy, but not even land in the side. So anyway, the first little bit of info that has to be done before we can even take this out is to go for and collect all of the red coins in the individual area, which there's probably the reason why I hate it so much. Use that to collect those 2 coins, and then collect the other red coins for the other spots, and then once you've gotten all of them, you then have to go back and deal with other stuff. And then once you've gotten enough red coins to finally get all the trolley ones so you don't have to deal with other stuff, you then have to go back to the igloo and do that part again. Only this time you only get 1 chance on that, and if you mess this up again, it's really annoying. Thankfully, I did not get trolled this time, so now we should be good. So now with the stars spawned, all we need to do is kill all the enemies in here to collect coins. It would help if I could actually kill them, that is. There we go. As you can see, most of the coins are available here thanks to a bunch that could be collected with the invisible cap. So we'll start by going for the maze the same way we did before. This time around, we are killing all the enemies and collect coins they drop while we do this. Touching this invisible cap, and we may as well go ahead and collect all the coins while we can. Looks like we already collected them all. That's fine. I think that's all of them. This is one of the Tamer 100 coin missions, at least once you get past the first part, because if you miss any of the red coins, if you try and get them without using a shell, you essentially die when you try and go into that water. Because 4 of them obviously aren't even reachable from the beginning, and 2 of them will straight up kill you if you try and get them without the cell. It's just super annoying in general. This is not where I want to be. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's right. The game just shoves me off for no reason. There we go. Wanted to get over here first, so I can do that. Okay. I'm punching preemptively to try and get them killed. There we go. These actual coin bag guys are probably your best source of money outside of the main level, that is, because they give 5 coins while these flowers give 3, and there's quite a few of them in the level, so you can just go around killing a lot of them. Probably the most obnoxious enemy in here are probably the snowmen. As you see, they pop up without warning, and they damage you if you go anywhere near them. So now that we've dealt with that, the last part of this is pretty tame. It's basically a bunch of enemy killing until we get to the end. The most annoying thing that can happen is the RNG just pushes some of the coins into the water. Oh, nice save with that backflip, a side flip, to get back on chat. Barely was able to collect them all there. And that's the coin RNG coming into play again. have to get almost every coin from these guys to get all the coins, so it is definitely really annoying. The most annoying thing is when you try and go for the 1-ups thinking that there will be something else. Alright. Alright. Hey, there's an enemy I can kill. If he can even come near me. There we go. Okay, now I just need one more flower, and that will do it. Kill almost all of the enemies here, though, so I don't know where to find them other than going here and maybe trying to get stuff. Oh yeah, right, he's over here. So we could just kill this guy by dropping down into the water at a specific time. Nice! For once we actually got what we wanted there. We dropped into the water, instantly collected coins, and finished off the star. It's probably not the best way of finishing it, considering we could have defeated so many more, but eh. By the way, if you miss any of those coins, it can be rather difficult to back up. I'm guessing the snowman is probably the best backup. You climb up to the top of that thing again, but no way in heck we're doing that again. Because we already had a lot of problems with him, so we'll just take our red coin star and be on our merry way. As they say, this is a snow area, I guess. So that makes sense. Alright. That deals with that. And the level's also completed. Wow. So that's mid 4 done, or essentially top 4, but it's not tippity top just yet. We still have 2 regular stars to get and 2 other stars. I'm mainly checking to see. Hang on. We have 7 in each of those levels, which is 14, which brings us up to 117. Yeah, okay. Okay, I was just checking something. So, just as I expected, the rest of the levels are available at the top. So, we can get the rest of the stars here. However, to get these, we have to go into some of the hardest levels ever created. Starting with TikTok probably, and ending with Rainbow Ride. 2 of the hardest levels in the game, essentially filled to the brim with death pits everywhere, and pretty much every star is hard. And, by the way, Toad just gave us a hint about how that clock works. If we go when the position is on the 12, the time stops completely. If we go on anything else, the clock is moving, and it moves on medium, slow, or fast speed, depending on which one is in. You need slow and or medium speed to get medium or fast speed to get most of the regular stars, and you need to stop time to get a different star like red coins. I will say it is really obnoxious. Now, going into this left area takes us to a secret area where we have to collect 8 red coins. Out of all the secret stars, this is probably my least favorite secret star in the game because there's no clear defined way on how to actually get through this, so before we do anything, we're going to fly and just try and make it to each of these individual spots as fast as possible. Our goal is to essentially fly around and try and collect all of the 8 red coins while going there at the same time, and if we are able to do that, that helps out a lot. Thankfully, we are able to get a little bit of a help from our bomb friend here, so we'll just open the cannon and use that. Now, this level does not actually kill you, so it's not necessarily hard, it's just annoying because any fail in this and we go outside the castle, so it takes a long time to get back up here, and you want to use the cannons as much as possible here, because the more you use the cannons, the more you'll be able to go through. Probably the most difficult coins in here don't necessarily come from getting to the top with that area thing, but to this area with the pole grabs. Getting the actual pole grab correct is very difficult. It takes a long time. It can be particularly annoying. Thankfully, we got it rather quick, but beyond that, there's still lots of stuff to do. Thankfully, there is a lot of spots to get your wing caps back, but probably the most annoying thing that people do not like about this level is the fact that one mistake that makes you fall down and you go all the way back to the beginning. And there is one particular coin in annoying that's really difficult to do. So now we're going to go for actually getting up to the top. Which unfortunately we were not able to do. Probably the simplest way of doing a backup is to get the wing caps from here and then triple jump to get back to this spot. And then just ground pound into the cannon like that to get back up. There we go. It's more better. As you can see, there are 2 coins up here, so it's really important to get all of them. But that's not even the end of all this. There's lots of coins here. I think the first time I did this level, I messed up at least quite a few times. Trying to get all the stuff. This is essentially like the prequel of some sorts, if you can call it, to Rainbow Ride, the hardest level in the game. Could I please? Yeah, okay. Getting rid of that coin is probably the most annoying thing that you have to get rid of. Okay. Missing that would have been really bad, especially after how long I took to get all the other coins. And you have to keep on picking up the wing cap to keep on going back into this again. And then use the cannon to get back up. The secret is mostly annoying for having difficulty even finding the red coins in the first place. And then actually getting there and getting all of them could be also really annoying as well. Looks like we were able to find them all, so that deals with that. Now we just have to get back to the middle to get our star. Oh, jeez, I did not want to do that. I might run out of wing cap here. I need to make sure I get it back before I go for the center. Now for the center shot to get all the way back to the middle platform, right where we started. Thankfully, there is a small queue you can use for this if you're having difficulties with trying to get up to the platform yourself. If you're near the rainbows, you can do a ground pound and that'll get you to that. I made that look pretty easy, but that is not an easy level. That is probably one of the hardest levels in the game. And now, with that secret finally done, all the secret stars are done. So now we have to go into the hardest level in the game, Tick-Tock Clock. And because I want to be annoying already, we're going to go for one of the worst ones right off the bat, which is going to be Stomp on the Flomp. To do this, we have to get all the way to the top of this clock. Not just, like, a little bit, but the tippity top part of the clock. And then we have to get up to the top art and do stuff. And you can see when it moves, it becomes pretty difficult, as there are lots of things that'll straight up kill you. The slower it is, the easier it'll be, but also the more longer it'll take. Fast is technically faster if you're good enough at the game, but getting it to work could be annoying. Oh, jeez. The worst is when these stupid blocks decide we're not going to let you go up, because, yeah. Lots of stuff here. And Tick-Tock Clock is very similar to that of the other levels that we mentioned before that have fallen down. Essentially similar to Tall Town Mountain, but now it's twice as hard with even more moving problems getting in your way. Lots of annoyances altogether, and the one I'm starting with happens to be one of the worst stars. Stomp on the Flump. Initially, when I tried doing this, I tried doing it with stop time, since technically that's how it was done in the speedrun, but I quickly learned the badness when I found out that's not the correct way of doing it. And I'm gonna tell you, man, mistakes in this level can cost tons of time if you don't know how to go for this correctly. Obviously, the intended way of getting up here is to use the moving hand stuff to get up top. Obviously, the camera is your best friend if you can even get it to work half of the time, because half of the time it doesn't even tell you where to go. That was close. Once you do finally get up to the top, if you can even manage to get it up there at all. Oh. That could have been much more scarier. Actually, I feel like this spot is probably easier, now that I think of it. Let's go up here and wait. Try and do this section and see if this will be easier than going up there. There are many ways to get up to the top, but probably the most annoying thing to get is the Stomp on the Flump star, which is why I'm dealing with it now. Stomp on the Flump is technically gettable without letting the time go through normally, but you really do want to stop the time normally to get it through. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized what this is. Also, Mario, how were you standing on that and didn't fall off? That was... I'm not sure how that didn't happen, but, well... Okay, let's actually do this properly. I want to do a side flip here. Oh, wow. Jeez. There's a platform literally up there? Come on, man. That's, like, literally in the worst possible spot ever. Hang on. Okay. I don't like this. Triple jumping. See what I mean? One mistake and you're back down to the beginning, and the false damage will start to pick up the more times you fall. Eventually, by the end, you won't have enough health to make it back up, and you just die if you fall down, so, yeah. And there are several different versions that can happen. I got one of the tamer versions, but it's possible that when you die from one of the spots, to get knocked back so hard, you can fall down all the way into either an immediate death from something else, or fall down so many times that you just die from that. And just like I mentioned, if Mario were to die in this level by falling too far, it is possible when he falls to keep on falling for quite a long time, falling down several levels until eventually he either takes too much fall damage and dies, or number two, in this case, falls off the side and instantly dies. That's what makes this level so particularly difficult and why I hate it so much. So, at least I figured out that you can't regular jump this. Okay, no reason to risk it. Double jump is probably safer. Alright. We're back up to this spot. Now we need to figure out where we're going. This is even faster if you go on fast speed, so you have to be rather quick at this. Okay, we're just gonna go up this way from here. Oh yeah, right, and you have to jump on some of these spinning platforms. Okay. Right here is where we need to go, but that's not necessarily where we need to go. We have to continue climbing. This is a little bit further and we'll be at the top. And now we have to deal with this flame again! Great. So we already dealt with a lot of stuff, and now we have to wait for this hand to come around so we can get up to the top. All while a stupid flame gets in our way, constantly trying to hit us. Ugh. It's just not fun, man. I'm watching you, man. Don't you dare hit me, Flame. Okay, we've done sort of the hard part, but still not over yet. We have to now wait for this to get all the way to the end, and we can finally stomp on the flop up top to reach the end. That's why I don't like this star. It's really long and tedious. If you are going to have a little bit more fun on it, doing it on medium will make it faster, but it's definitely more risky. However, if you do it on slow, you have to wait a long time for this hand to get to the right spot. Okay, now the rest of the bit is to just jump on the top of this flomp, which I'm going to have to do a triple jump, aren't I? Ugh. Would help if I could actually get the triple jump. Ah! That's the classic fail that can happen. So you get all the way there only to miss the flop jump, and now we have to go through all of that stuff we just did again. Like I said, this level is really slow, it takes a long time to do, and now we have to wait for the stupid hand to get back around to where it was before. And it doesn't help that while you're waiting, there's this fire constantly trying to get to you. Thankfully, it does fade out when it gets to there, but that doesn't make it any easier. Okay, we know we have to triple jump to get up there, but can we actually get it right this time? There's not really a good way of doing it other than to just jump and hope that you get on top, and that's about it. Man. If there is one part I would cut out, it might be just redoing this star or just getting it off screen. So, depending on what happens here, I may just straight up redo that. But at the same time, I don't want to do that. See, cool. Right as I say that, I get the star, and now we don't have to deal with that anymore. We will have to go to the top again, but this time it'll be just for 100 coins, so it won't be quite as hard. So, with that, we are done this game for quite some time, but not yet. One more video and we might be done, guys. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe. The next video will most likely be the finale of this game. Not quite as long as the other two, but definitely still really annoying, and good luck for myself, because these are two of the hardest levels in the entire game I'm about to do. But anyways, well, see you guys in the next video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and wish us some luck as we try and get the remaining stars to finally reach 120 stars. Until then, leave a like if you enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.